the first time ever, breakdancing was included in the Summer Olympics this year, but it is also looking like it's going to be the last year it is ever included. The breakdancing competition this year was surrounded by scandal, controversy, and conspiracy theories, all because of one competitor that had a very questionable routine. Rachael Gunn, aka Raygun, made headlines this year because of her absolutely bizarre routine that she brought to the Olympics. Her routine was so bad that people started coming up with conspiracy theories that her and her husband rigged the qualifying events to make sure that she got into the Olympics. But there's very little evidence, if any evidence, to prove that she actually did rig the qualifying competitions, so let's talk about it. Rachael Gunn is a 36-year-old university lecturer from Sydney, Australia, where her research is mainly focused on the cultural politics of breaking, aka breakdancing, for those of y'all not aware that breakdancing can also be called breaking. I really had no idea that there was professional research being done into breakdancing, but hey, I guess we learn something new every day, huh? Now, I would love to show you footage of what Raygun's actual routine at the Olympics was, but unfortunately, the Olympics really loves to lock down their broadcasting rights, and anyone who does not have those broadcasting rights who tries to show off footage from the event does typically get copyright striked. So unfortunately, I cannot show you her routine. You're just gonna have to trust me and look it up on your own, but it's questionable at best. At some points of her routine, she truly reminded me of a fish flopping on the ground. Now, before doing research for this video, I also truly did not understand how she made it to the Olympics in the first place. Her routine really looked like a child trying to show off a dance routine to their parent that they made up. Like, I am not by any means a breakdancing expert, but you know, I, alongside many other people, don't really think that her breakdance routine she brought to the Olympics was really an Olympic level routine. But once again, I'm not an expert. I couldn't do any better. However, her performance was so bad compared to all of the other Olympic breakdancers that people started to come up with all sorts of conspiracy theories about how she could have possibly made it into the Olympics. Rumors started spreading like wildfire that Raygun and her husband founded the Australian Breaking Association, which then led to Rachael and her husband rigging the qualifying events to get her in. And this rumor took the internet by storm. It was everywhere. And when people heard about it, they were very mad. And when people on the internet all come together and are mad about something, oh, you better watch out, because it's not always pretty. The conspiracy theory was everywhere, and in true internet fashion, as this rumor conspiracy theory started to spread, people started to say very awful things about both Raygun and her husband. Now, don't get me wrong, like I said, I definitely don't think her dancing was necessarily Olympic level. I couldn't do any better, and I'm sure 99% of the people critiquing her also couldn't do any better, but it just really did not fit in at the Olympics. But that also definitely does not mean that the whole internet's brigade against her was at all warranted. After the rumors and the hatred started to spread like wild, both the Australian Breaking Association and the Australian Olympic Committee came forward to say that there was no rigging and Rachael did legitimately qualify because she won the Oceania Breaking Championship in October of 2023. Now, a lot of the rumors and conspiracy theories about this focus on how she won the Oceania 2023 breakdancing competition, with a lot of the rumors saying that her husband was actually a judge in this competition, but that actually was not true at all. It has been debunked, and he was not a judge. The Sydney Morning Herald reported that the event had an open registration and 15 women entered, with Raygun besting 3 competitors in the final round to secure her spot. Now, it does kind of seem like maybe she won this event because there were only 15 competitors in total, which when you're competing to get in the Olympics, I feel like that's not a lot of competition, really. It's not a ton. So it really seems like she just ended up with a lack of competition, and she did end up scoring the highest out of all of the other people who competed. Now, I will say, when watching the video of her breaking at the event that qualified her breakdancing looks a lot better than what she did at the Olympics. Her choreography looks a lot better, and her overall movement just looks better. So I really have no idea what happened at the Olympics. Maybe she wasn't feeling well. Maybe she was nervous because, you know, you're in front of so many eyes. Maybe she did just really want to stand out and look unique. Now, she did actually come forward and address her performance at the Olympics. I was never going to beat these girls on what they do best, the dynamic and the power moves, so I wanted to move differently, be artistic and creative, because how many chances do you get in a lifetime to do that on an international stage? So I guess that kind of explains the routine. I mean, it was very creative and artistic in a way that I'm sure nobody expected. I mean, I didn't expect it. Now, regardless of her routine and whether or not it was good, I really do not think that she deserved any of the hatred she got because of it. And honestly, a lot of this hatred and attention she's getting online because of it is truly considered to be cyberbullying. And you know what? This Raygun controversy reminds me a lot of Elizabeth Swaney, an American who competed in the 2018 Winter Games representing Hungary on the ski halfpipe. Elizabeth made it to the 2018 Winter Games purely because of a lack of other female halfpipe skiers. Basically, all she had to do was show up at a certain number of qualifying events and she made it in. Qualification for the Olympics involves achieving a certain number of top 30 World Cup finishes, and Swaney ensured she achieved 13 of them by simply turning up and competing at events where there were fewer than 30 athletes competing. Now, while Elizabeth is an American, she actually competed for Hungary because she has Hungarian ancestry, and also because the American team actually had a lot of good skiers, whereas Elizabeth was the first ever athlete to represent Hungary in skiing in the Olympics. Now, I think it's pretty easy to say that Elizabeth's performance at the Olympics was far worse than Raygun's. She simply skied down the halfpipe doing absolutely no tricks, which is kind of the entire point of the halfpipe competition, literally to do tricks, but no, she just simply skied down it, and that was it. She just went down a hill, and that was her performance. Not exactly an Olympic level routine, in my opinion. Raygun did at least do this, which, you know, that's something that's never been done at the Olympics before, I'm sure. So it really seems like Elizabeth Swaney took advantage of loopholes and a lack of competition as a way to make it to the Olympics, whereas Raygun didn't take advantage of loopholes but simply just had a lack of competition coming out of Australia. But at the end of the day, whether or not Raygun truly deserved to be at the Olympics or not, she did not deserve the treatment she is getting online because of it. And I really think that just proves how careful we have to be when we share information about rumors we hear online. Because the number one reason that Raygun is getting all of this hate towards her is because of the people spreading the misinformation and rumors that she rigged the competition, which, like I said, has been debunked. There was no rigging, yet there are still so many people online saying that she rigged the competition because that's what they heard. That's what they saw people on Twitter and Reddit saying. That's what they heard their friends and family saying. And so they're just going along with it without finding any evidence to back that up. I think it really just proves that when sharing information, especially something so negative like this, it is really important to be able to back up the facts and back up what we're saying, because it really can hurt people, and I think Raygun is a perfect example of that. While Raygun did not have a fantastic Olympic performance, she did make it to the Olympics fair and square, and it's not fair for everyone on the internet to be demonizing her because of a conspiracy theory or a made-up rumor. So at the end of the day, everyone just needs to leave Raygun alone. Let her be, let her go back to her university, let her go back to breakdancing, because she certainly will not be returning to the Olympics, and neither will breakdancing as a whole, not anytime soon anyways. But what do you think about this whole Raygun controversy, and what do you think of her dance routine and the spread of misinformation online regarding it? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. I do a lot of commentary videos on pop culture, social media, and really any topics I'm feeling passionate about at any given time, and today we talked about Raygun. Also, I stream on Twitch 4 days a week. We play a lot of games, we chat, we hang out, and just have a good time. So yeah, drop me a follow over on Twitch, and I hope to see you in chat sometimes. But yeah, thank you so much for getting to this point in the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!